It was just another quiet Tuesday afternoon at Haven Cafe, where the scent of burnt espresso lingered longer than the customers. Eliza Martin, 24 and weary beyond her years, moved between tables with the grace of someone used to being overlooked. Between working double shifts and caring for her sick mother, Eliza had mastered the art of silence until the front door opened, and in walked a man whose presence made time feel like it had stopped. Tall, sharp in a navy suit, with salt and pepper, hair and eyes that didn't belong in a place that served $2 coffee. Gabriel Langston looked every bit the billionaire tech mogul he was rumored to be. Eliza nearly dropped her tray. What was someone like him doing here, in a rundown cafe at the edge of town? Without a word, he took a seat by the window and nodded politely. Eliza approached, pen trembling in hand. "Just coffee, black," he said, his voice low and polished. She returned a few moments later and placed the mug before him, trying not to stare. But then he did something strange. He pulled out his leather wallet to leave a tip in advance, and as he flipped it open, a worn photograph slipped into view. Eliza froze. The edges of the photo were curled. The image faded, but she knew that face, the smiling woman in the sundress, standing barefoot on a beach, was her mother, decades younger. Her knees almost gave out. "Excuse me," she asked, voice barely a whisper. "Sir, why is my mother's picture in your wallet?" The question hung in the air like a sudden storm. Gabriel's head jerked up, and for a moment, the confident executive looked like he'd seen a ghost. Silence fell between them, heavy with recognition and memory. He closed the wallet slowly, his expression unreadable, and stood without touching his coffee. "You deserve to know," he said finally, "but not here. When your shift ends, meet me at the bench outside. I'll tell you everything." Eliza watched him walk away, heart pounding in her chest. 1,000 questions tangled in her thoughts, but one thing was certain: her mother's past was no longer a mystery locked in dusty photo albums. It had just walked through the door. Eliza sat stiffly on the cold wooden bench outside the cafe, her apron still dusted with flour and spilled syrup. The sky had turned orange with the setting sun, casting long shadows over the sidewalk as Gabriel Langston approached, every step deliberate, as though each carried the weight of history. He sat beside her without a word, then pulled the old photograph from his wallet again. "Her name was Margaret," he began quietly, "but to me, she was Maggie. We met at university long before I had anything. She was light-hearted, brilliant, and fierce. We were in love." "Eliza," his voice trembled slightly, betraying the steel in his polished persona. "We planned to marry after graduation, but my ambition pulled me away. I left for Silicon Valley, chasing a dream I thought couldn't wait. Your mother begged me to stay, and I didn't." Eliza's throat tightened. She'd grown up on stories her mother never quite finished, always dodging questions about Eliza's father. "She never told me your name," Eliza said, her voice barely audible. Gabriel nodded. "I don't blame her. I failed her. When I came back, she was gone, moved away, no forwarding address. I hired people, searched for years, but I was too late. Then I saw your face here, and I saw Maggie again." Eliza's heart thudded. "Are you saying you're my Gabriel?" Turned to her, eyes glossy. "Yes, I believe I'm your father." The world tilted. Everything she thought she knew unraveled in an instant. Gabriel reached into his coat and handed her a letter, sealed in an envelope aged by time. "I wrote this for her. It was never delivered, but maybe it's meant for you now." Eliza took it with trembling fingers, unsure whether to cry or scream. She had spent her life scrubbing dishes and juggling bills, all while wondering why her father never showed up. And now, he was here, not a man in rags or regret, but a billionaire whose wallet carried the one photo she thought only she cherished. Gabriel stood slowly. "I want to get to know you, if you'll let me, but only if it's what you want." Eliza stared at the letter, then at the man beside her. The past was complicated, but maybe, just maybe, the future didn't have to be.